청청, aka Canadian tuxedo. I finally see it.
Hi.
Hi. This is my friend Daniel, and he's gonna help us with coffee tasting today. What are we gonna do today, Daniel?
So we're gonna taste some different coffees. So we have like at Starbucks we have like a blonde roast. We also have medium roast and dark roast. We're just gonna like taste them and then compare the taste of flavors and talk about them a little bit.
Oh, it's my first time doing it. I'm so excited.
This is like a coffee passport. It just like helps us to basically it's all the information that we need to do tasting properly. So when we taste coffee, there are 4 steps. The first step is that we smell the coffee, then we slurp the coffee, then we locate it on our tongue, so we try to find like where it's hitting us on our tongue, and then the last thing is that we talk about it, so we describe it. And then when we're talking about like tasting a coffee, there's 4 different things that we talk about. So we talk about the aroma, which is like the smell, and then we talk about acidity, so it's like a feeling that you get on your tongue. Like I don't know if you've ever had orange. I guess you've had orange juice before.
No, I haven't.
When you have orange juice, like you kind of get like tingles on the tip and the sides of your tongue, so that's what we call acidity. And then we also talk about body, so that's like the thickness or like the weight of the coffee on your tongue. So, like, for example, like whole milk has like a really heavy body versus like non-fat milk has a really light body. And then we also talk about like flavor, so that's just like what's it tastes like.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll get some coffees ready for us, and then we'll start the tasting.
지금 Daniel's ordering the coffee for us.
Do you want to taste?
이게 이번에 새로 출시된 건가 봐요. I guess this is the new line, blonde espresso. So Daniel's getting some sample cups, right?
So to begin, I thought something that would be really great is if we did like an exercise so that you can understand what acidity is, because a lot of people like they know what acidity is, but it's like pH level, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a flavor.
It's like science.
Yeah, so I just wanted you to get a grasp on the concept. So we're gonna taste some orange juice. So when we're tasting stuff, like I know that like usually you're like taught to not slurp when you're drinking anything or having soup, but we slurp because it coats our tongue. So it's really important that you make a nice loud like, sound when you're drinking. So
Cheers.
Cheers. So you just want to be paying attention to like, I don't know if you can feel the saliva underneath your tongue and on the sides. And just on the tip too, it's like a little tingly.
Yeah.
So that's acidity, that's what we call acidity. Okay. So certain coffees will have like lots of acidity, and others will be a little bit more less acidic.
Okay.
So coffees that have like more acidity we tend to describe as like bright and like citrusy. So like coffees with lower acidity are more like bold and intense. Yeah. Okay, so now that you know a little bit more about acidity, we're gonna actually taste some coffee. So the first coffee we're gonna taste is this is like one of our blonde roasts. It's called the True North blend in Canada. But everywhere else internationally, it's called the Veranda blend. I think it's just because like True North, strong and free, like that just seems like a very Canadian symbol. I think it's a little different than the Veranda blend, but like I think they made like a couple differences, but it's mostly the same. Yeah.
It's perfect because I'm wearing a Canadian tuxedo today.
Oh.
Jeans on jeans.
That's great. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So this is more of like a mellow, lighter sort of coffee. So we'll give it a taste. So again, when we taste coffee, there's 4 steps that we do. So the first step is that we smell it. So just take your hand, sort of put it over the cup, and then smell.
Right.
I just want you to like pay attention to like what kind of things you're smelling. Like what do you smell? How does it smell to you?
This one's got like more depth aroma, like deep aroma to it.
Really?
Yeah, it's really distinct. It also kind of smells like raw bean, like raw coffee beans. Yeah.
So what we're looking at is like this coffee passport. So the coffee passport actually has like the different roasts inside of it. And it just sort of describes like what each coffee is like. But I think this one, the description is that it's subtle with delicate nuances of soft cocoa and lightly toasted beans. So maybe that's why it smells like raw beans. It's like the beans are
Toasted
just
nuts,
really
yeah.
light. Okay, let's give it a taste. So when we taste it, just you just want to make sure to like slurp. You really want to coat the tongue with the coffee. So just give it a nice good slurp.
There's that acidity to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you feel it on your tongue the most?
This one I like because I feel it all around my tongue, but mainly like the tip. The bitterness is in the back, and then I feel the sour, the acidity like around the edges. Yeah. I like this one. It's really light. Like 부담 없어요. Yeah.
Do you like this one? Like,
this
would
one,
you order this one?
Yeah. It's true north. Strong and free.
Let's move on to the next one. So the next
Yes.
one that I have prepared is a dark roast. So this is like a Verona.
Dark roast? Are we like cleaning our tongue or anything?
I think normally we should, but we can get water. Do you want me to get water?
Yeah. Oh, didn't I?
You can get
Yeah. So we got some water. Nice Starbucks water.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The next coffee we're trying is Verona.
The other one was Veranda, and this one is Verona.
Verona.
Okay.
Let's do the same thing. So we'll start off with a little smell.
I can already smell this one's like this much stronger. Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
I can smell the bitterness.
It's like more smoky and intense a little
Yeah.
bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give it a taste. And again, I want you to be paying attention to like where you feel it on your tongue.
Okay. Where you feel it on your tongue?
Slurp too. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you slurp, it's like.
So already in this one, I like taste the smokiness. I feel it more in like the middle to back of my tongue.
Yeah,
Do you
me
feel
too.
that?
Yeah.
How would you describe the flavor?
This one's got that stronger, like dark chocolate taste. And also, it's more bitter. I don't know if it's as acidic, and the bitterness just covering it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's lower acidity.
It's
yeah.
lower acidity actually. Okay.
Out of these two, like which one would you prefer? Like which one would you order again if you had to pick one?
If I'm gonna drink it black, I might get this one. Yeah.
So you really like bold coffees, like more intense?
I usually like intense flavors. Because I at home I have espresso, so I just drink like espresso.
Like Americano or like just espresso?
Americano or just espresso. But like long, so it's like not as strong.
Yeah.
Espresso long.
Yeah, I noticed like I feel like Koreans, like a lot of Koreans, they really like Americanos. Like when I remember going to Korea and feeling really shocked by the coffee culture because like there isn't really brewed coffee there. Like it's just Americano.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they look at you kind of weird if you like want to put milk in your coffee.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
exactly happened to me. The exact same thing.
Versus like here, like everyone just pours milk into their coffee. It's just a very normal. Like, double is like.
double, yeah. Double.
No.
Oh,
It's my coworker.
like when I went to Korea with my parents too, they wanted to order like brewed coffee and they wanted to put milk in it, right? They were looking at my parents weird. They were like, "Do you want a latte?"
No.
My parents were asking for milk and they're like, "Do you want latte?" And we're like, "No, we want like milk with our coffee." And they're like, "What do you mean you want milk in your coffee?"
The last coffee that I have prepared for us is so we actually have this thing called like reserve coffees. So reserve coffees are like essentially they're just like coffees from like very small farms internationally that we are licensed to sell. So we have partnerships with like different international farms, such as like Nicaragua, Indonesia, Guatemala, Ethiopia. Like we just come from. We even had one from Vietnam this year. They just rotate like throughout the year, so they're only very limited time offerings, and then they rotate throughout the year. So the one that I have prepared for us today is one called Guatemala Santa Isabel.
Guatemala Santa Isabel.
This one is really good. It has like sort of tasting notes of like lemon and chocolate. So if you give it a smell, I really love smelling the beans. Actually, the beans smell just like chocolate. But I'm gonna do a tasting with food actually, because when we try food with our coffee, it often changes the flavors that we receive. This is an amazing pairing. So let's give it a smell like we normally would.
But did you put this in a different sleeve on purpose? So only
yeah,
this
like
one's in black.
Actually, our reserve coffees we make in a machine called the corker. Basically, what it is, it's kind of like a reverse French press. Like basically, the water goes through the top of the grinds and like is filtered through, and it just like makes sure that like every cup of coffee is perfect. Like for each specific type of bean, like it steeps the coffee in the water for a specific amount of time to a specific temperature. Like it just makes sure that like all the best flavors of the coffee are brought out.
Okay.
So it's really good. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of our reserve coffees we put in this black sleeve. Versus right now we have this yellow sleeve.
Okay.
So let's give it a try. I want you to lead this one.
So we smell it first.
Okay.
Oh, it's got tangy, acidic smell to it. Yeah. Oh, I like all of them. Yeah.
Very lemony.
This has also got that raw, raw coffee bean smell.
Oh, really? Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's try it. So we slurp, and then we put it all around. We try to taste it. Coat our tongue with it.
Yes.
Yeah. It is very acidic, like tangy.
It's kind of like in your face. It kind of reminds me of like I don't know if you'll get this, but like tomato juice, like you know V8.
Yeah,
it's like very acidic and like assertive, but it's really good.
I can see why this is like lemony.
Yeah. Where do you taste it on your tongue?
I taste it on the edges, like on the sides. Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll try it with the lemon loaf that I have here for us. So just like take a slurp and take a bite of this, and then slurp. Pop it.
계속 먹어?
So this is like a very rich, buttery loaf.
Yeah.
And it really complements this like really acidic.
It goes really well together. These two really go well together.
Delicious.
한 잔 더.
한 잔 더.
한 잔 더. 자네 한 잔 받게.
That's right. 짠.
돌아. 돌기까지. So what was the name of that coffee again?
It's called Guatemala Santa Isabel. If you see on that.
Oh, I see it. Guatemala Santa Isabel.
Santa Isabel.
Right. Is it like limited time?
Yeah, so it won't be around for long. It'll just be around until we run out of bags. Yeah.
Do you sell beans? Like
Yeah, we do actually. Yeah.
People can make it at home?
Yes. Thank you for joining me for coffee tasting. This was such a great experience, and
Yeah, no, thank you for offering this great
it's
experience.
nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you. And when I drink coffee, I can actually like look for specific flavor.
Please rate and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. Now we're just gonna chat and have fun. Bye.